Foster, you up? Roger that. Good to go. Have you Lima Charlie? Roger. I just spoke to the chief, and both jets are code 1 with stored heading alignments. I'll grab engine start clearance for 2. Let's crank as briefed, and I'll see you back on button 2 in 2. Anderson ground, Venom flight, spots 75 and 76, request startup, VFR to the west.
Roger, Venom, information Charlie is current, cleared engine start.
Venom flight copies.
Or more miles. Few clouds at 1800. Temperature 28, dew point 25. Altimeter 3005. Simultaneous ILS and visual approaches in use. Landing runway 06 right. Departing runway 06 left. Caution, large crane operating north ramp. Advise controller on initial contact that you have information Charlie. Anderson Air Force Base information Charlie. Time 2215 Zulu. Wind 080 at 6 knots. Visibility 10 or more miles. Few clouds at 1800. Temperature 28, dew point 25. Altimeter 3005. Simultaneous ILS and visual approaches in use. Landing runway 06 right. Departing runway 06 left. Caution, large crane operating north ramp. Advise controller on initial contact.
Flight request taxi.
Dire flight is clear to taxi to 6 west via Bravo Foxtrot, clear across 6 right, hold short 6 left.
Dire flight, clear to 6 left, holding short, clear across 6 right. Venom, check uniform. 2. Venom, check Victor. 2. Roger, Anderson ground, Venom flight with information Charlie, request taxi.
Venom flight, hold position. I'll get you moving when those Hornets get by you.
Venom copies, hold position. Damn, they're flying their high-vis jet today. Do you think we're fighting the squadron commander or their OG? Well, Pasta, the Marines refer to their squadron commander as their skipper or CO, and their OG would be the cat. But no, I did a quick BFM safety brief with them before we stepped, and we're just fighting a couple of their line CTOs today. I think they just wanted to show off their shiny squadron jet, since the rest of their jets are so dirty all the time. Roger that.
Venom is now clear to taxi to 06 west via Bravo Foxtrot, clear across 6 right, hold short 6 left.
Venom copy, taxiing to the left, clear across the right, holding short. Venom, go button 3. Tower, Dire Flight is ready to go, 06 left.
Dire Flight is clear for takeoff. Flight runway heading to 2 DME, left turnout approved, contact departure.
Dire Flight, clear for takeoff. Dire, go button 4.
Venom, continue holding short, departing traffic.
Venom, roger, holding short.
Venom Flight is clear for takeoff. Traffic will be a flight of 200, 2 miles off the departure end of the runway, clear for a left downwind departure.
Venom, copy. Is clear for takeoff. Left downwind departure. Venom, go button 4.
Altitude.
Departure, Venom Flight's off Anderson, VFR to the west. Venom, Guam departure, radar contact. Would you like flight following today? Departure, Venom, negative, flight following today. Request push tactical. We'll contact you for the return trip. Venom Flight, roger that. Frequency change approved. Good day. Venom, go button 5.
skedaddle.
Outrigger Venom Flight checking in for Whiskey 518, Vol 0930 to 1000 local with Dire Flight. We've got the south orbit, and they've got the north.
Venom, roger. Radar contact. You're cleared into Whiskey 518. Break, Dire 1. I show you approaching the confines of Whiskey 518. How copy this transmission? Over.
Outrigger, roger. Dire Flight at 2 Hornets, checking in as frag for the north orbit.
Dire 1, you're cleared into Whiskey 518 and cleared north orbit.
Dire Flight, copy.
All players, airspace altimeter 3005.
You ready to go knock around some of Uncle Sam's misguided children?
Yeah, I guess. The Hornet seems very evenly matched with the Viper. I actually really enjoy flying it at TPS.
No doubt about it. They are challenging to fight.
What tactics works best for you?
Well, General, you want to keep it a 2 circle and take advantage of the Viper's ability to rate the nose round over time, gaining the advantage. However, another solid tactic is to use the vertical and take it 1 circle as a merge. Might throw him off balance. Just keep an eye on his nose, especially at that first nose-to-nose pass. But whatever you do, don't get dragged down low and slow, as he has a way better nose pointing authority. If you get low and slow, don't be afraid to plug in the inverter and use that GE elevator to go nose high and accelerate your way out. Just watch the Hornet's nose, as he can point it at you as you climb out and away. Once that Hornet gets down on the hard deck, he's going to be shit out of luck, as you won't have the ability to drop the nose to regain energy or climb back up. But even after all that, it's going to come down to a little bit of luck and pilot skill.
Copy, makes sense. I haven't done a ton of BFM lately.
Me neither, but that's why we're out here flying against these Hornets. It's going to be excellent practice. Venom Flight, fenced in.
Venom 2 is fenced in. Man, we should have brought the D model with GoPro today to get some photos and video.
After that B1 low-level flight in IMC, he swore he'd never wanted to fly with me again. All right, Pasta, go combat spread and let's get you warm. Venom, 90 degree left, now. 90-degree right, now. All right, Posse, you ready to rock?
Good times, let's do this. All players from Outrigger proceed to your orbits and report ready to commence. As briefed, the first set will be a 2v2 straight to the bird Fox 2 shots to rear quarter, followed by gun engagement. The first roll will be for 3 minutes. The clock will start at the merge, and at the expiration of time, Outrigger will call knock it off so all players can reset to their respective orbits. Engage. Aircraft will call kill shots. Engaged fighter will acknowledge when called dead by offensive fighter. As a reminder, hard deck will be 5,000 feet. Any aircraft defensive or offensive that descends below the hard deck will be called dead by Outrigger and classified as a terrain kill. Remember, gentlemen, the ground always has a PK of 1. All players can call knock it off at any time or call terminate for ISD or other safety flight issues. If called dead, rock your wings and flow to your respective orbits for reset. Remaining fighters can stay engaged until opposing team is called dead or 3 minutes has elapsed. We'll run as many evolutions as we can until roll time expires or fighters call bingo fuel.
Venom flight established south orbit, ready to commence.
Dire flight established north orbit, ready to commence. All players, fights on. I'll start a 3-minute timer at the merge.
Venom 1, fights on. 2, go combat spread.
Venom 2, fights on.
Dire 1, fights on.
Dire 2, fights on.
Lock.
Fighters merge, the clock is good.
Venom 1, Fox 2. Dire 1, Fox 2. Venom 1, Fox 2. Venom 1, Fox 2. Venom 1, COS 18.
Dire 2, copy kill, flowing to north orbit. Dire 1, Fox 2.
Cap flare, cap flare, cap flare, cap
Venom 2, Fox 2. Dire 1, kill F-16. Venom 1, copy kill, flowing to south orbit. Venom 2, gun, kill F-16. Dire 1, copy kill, flowing to north orbit. Venom 2, you're dead. You busted the hard deck. Venom 2, copy kill, flowing to south orbit. Knock it off. Team Hornet is dead. All fighters return to your orbit. Outrigger, Venom flight is reestablished south orbit. Outrigger copies. Venom 2, stay fuel. Venom 2 is 6.0. Man, those guys didn't put up much of a fight.
Yeah, well, I doubt these guys get a ton of DSM practice. They've got to focus on landing those Hornets when it's darker than a bag full of buttholes on a pitching deck.
Dire, you guys doing all right out there? Report reestablished north orbit. Terminate. Outrigger from Dire 2. I just hit my wingman. Repeat, I collided with Dire 1 during our rejoin. Dire 1 ejected, hit shoot. I've got an engine fire, but I think I can stay to standby. Dire 2, roger. You require assistance.
Venom flight, terminate. Venom 2, rejoin.
Venom 2, copy.
Holy shit. All right, Pasta, let's go to the north orbit and see if we can find Dire 1.
Outrigger, Dire 2. I've got my engine fire, but I had to shut the motor down. I'm single engine headed back to Anderson emergency. I've got very limited flight control authority, but I think I can save it. Request our assets ASAP for Dire 1. Dire 2, roger. Just get your jet back to dry land in one piece. Your vector to Anderson is 120 for 70. Contact Guam approach on button 4 when you get everything buttoned up. Break, Venom 1. I need you to resume the on-scene commander duties and see if you can locate Dire 1.
Venom flight, roger. Venom 1 has the Oscar Sierra Charlie duties, and we're flowing north now. Venom flight, send south.
Venom 2 is sent south. Venom, approximate location for Dire 1 based on last radar return, bullseye 244 for 118.
Then 1 copies. We're busted at that location now. 2, go combat spread. Let's get our eyeballs out of the cockpit and find Dire 1. In your spare time, break out the on-seat commander checklist and back me up.
Venom 2, roger.
Outrigger, I'm assuming you got a SAR asset alerted and en route?
Venom, roger. We're working a Coast 860 out of Rhoda, but we've also got Sandy and some special warfare boats working a separate exercise iteration nearby, so we're trying to figure out who's closest. Stand by.
Venom, copy. Outrigger for Venom, we've located Dire 1 in the water. He's popped green smoke. We're going to attempt to raise him on guard. Venom, go 243.0. Dire from Venom, orbiting overhead. How copy this transmission? Dire 1 from Venom, orbiting overhead. Remember, don't point your antenna at me. Hold the prick like you would a phone. How copy this transmission? Venom, Dire 1, how copy? Dire 1, have you Lima Charlie? How's your situation?
Well, I think my legs broke, but I managed to get in my raft and pop smoke. Was glad you found me. The water's warm, but it's full of sharks.
Roger, Dire. We're going to take good care of you. We're working 2 separate SAR efforts to get you out of that water fast. Just hang in there.
Roger, how's Dire 2?
No update yet, but he was nursing his Hornet back to Anderson last we heard.
Roger that. It all happened so fast. I'm not really sure what happened. My jet just started coming apart on me.
Roger, Dire. We're going to figure all that stuff out later. For now, just hang with me while we get these SAR assets vectored to your location. Dire, we've got your location marked. Save some of those green smokes and a couple of those flares for your exfil. May come in handy later.
Venom from Outrigger, we're spinning up a coast to Hilo at Rhoda, but we've also got a pair of A-10s, call sign Sandy, headed your direction, and they're working with a pair of U.S. Air Force Go Fast special warfare boats who are converging on Dire's position. TA 7 minutes.
Outrigger copy. We've established comms with Dire 1. He's reporting a broken leg and might be going into shock. Have those assets get the lead out. Advise ready to copy coordinates.
Dodge Venom, ready to copy.
Dire 1 is at north 1406.802, east 143.48.530.
Outrigger copy, north 1406.802, east 143.48.530. We'll keep you posted as the SAR assets get closer. Break. All players on the net, stand by to copy survivor coordinates. All players, Dire 1, north 1406.802 east 143.48.530. All players proceed at max speed.
Okay, Pasta, let's run through the OSD checklist. Let's set min altitude and carry for 2,000 feet. Star assets will work 2,000 and below. We'll orbit 2,000 and above. You climb to 2,500 for deconfliction. Let's set min airspeed for 275 knots. You go ahead and squawk 7700. I'll stay on my current code. Let's see, weather is beautiful. We've got Anderson, the international airport as an alternate, so let's keep bingo at 2,500 pounds. We do have Texaco available to the east as well. With Sandy en route, they should easily have the legs to assume the OSD duties for us when we hit bingo. We'll stay on 243.0 uniform and keep outrigger control on Victor for CSAR coordination. Go loose trail and watch your fuel burn. I'm going to be sitting around 5,000 pounds per hour. 2, concur.
Cap flare.
Venom Flight, this is Sandy Lee. Steaming us out. How copy? Sandy, have you Lima Charlie? We're established above the survivor at 2,000 feet. We've got 2,000 above. You're cleared on scene 2,000 or below. We have comms established with Dire 1 on guard. He reports possible broken leg and maybe going into shock. Do you have an ETA for the fast boats? Roger, Venom. We'll work below 2,000 in a wagon wheel over the survivor. Wicked 2-1's making 35 knots or better and should be on scene in about 10 months. No ETA from the Coast to Kilo yet, but we'd like to have the PJs get Dire some medical treatment and get him stabilized, if possible, before they hoist him into the Coast to Kilo. Roger, solid plan. Dire 1 for Venom. How you holding us down there? I've been better. My leg is killing me, and I'm starting to shiver uncontrollably. Roger, Dyer, hang in there. The cavalry's on the way. We're going to be passing the OSC duties to Sandy Flight, and they've got some U.S. Air Force PJs en route in a fast boat to get you all fixed up. Once they've got you settled, we're planning to hoist you on a Coastie Kilo and get you to the hospital. Sounds good, man.
All players, be advised, Sandy has the survivor captured in my pod, and he appears to be slumped over in his raft. His LPUs are keeping his face above water, though.
Outrigger copies.
Outrigger, this is Dolphin 1-5, 40 miles east of the survivor, estimate on scene in 20 miles.
Roger, Dolphin. We anticipate having the driver on board a go-fast boat by the time you arrive. Can you hoist him from the vessel?
Roger, Outrigger, we'll figure it out. We can utilize the basket.
Copy. We'll have a U.S. Air Force PJs on scene rendering assistance.
Dolphin 1-5, copy.
Venom, be advised, we've got a slow-moving contact about 20 miles north of your position, heading 180. Bogey's about 1,500 feet, doing about 120 knots. Can you swing north and take a look?
Roger, Outrigger. Undoubtedly another frickin' Chinese wing wind. These Chi-Coms are out of control.
Roger, Venom. Let us know what you find.
All right, Pasta. Go wedge and let's shaft north. You ready to paint a drone icon on the side of your jet?
If you say so, lead, I'm game.
Outrigger, are we still clear to engage Chinese unmanned aircraft in the ADIS?
Venom, affirmative. Hot off the press, I have a certified order from POTUS authorizing the destruction of any and all Chinese unmanned assets within the confines of the ADIS.
Roger, I'm going to give this one to my number 2. His jet's looking a little barren next to mine.
Roger that, Venom.
Boss, you got any gun rounds left?
Affirmative.
Holy shit, what the hell is that guy doing way out here?
Well, I'll be damned. Well, I guess technically he's allowed to be out here in the warning area, although I would say it's not really recommended. However, on his current heading, he's going to fuck up our SAR operation.
Altitude. Altitude.
Good point. What should we do?
Outrigger, we've VID'd that bogey, and it's a small civil aerobatic aircraft. It's about to be a conflict for our SAR ops. Can you work with Center and have them into a TFR?
Venom, Wilco, stand by.
Well, Pasta, I guess you don't get to kill the Ling Ling today after all.
Roger.
Warning, 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 locked. Warning, 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 warning.
Attention all aircraft, this is Guam Center on guard. New TFR posted, surface to 15,000, 10-mile circle, centered on north 1406, east 14348, for SAR operation. All non-player aircraft are to remain clear. Center out.
Warning, 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 warning.
Outrigger, that aircraft staying on its southerly heading and is now inside the TFR. Request permission to intercept it.
Roger, Venom, approved as requested. Recommend you attempt to contact him on guard and get him to alter his course.
Warning, 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 warning.
Roger, Venom will be going off frequency for a few. Pasta, go 121.5 on Victor. Civilian aircraft operating on the Rota 275 radial at 80 miles. You are entering an active TFR. Alter your course to the north immediately. I say again, red civilian aircraft operating on the Rota 275 radial at 80 miles, heading 180, 1,500 feet. You are entering an active TFR. Alter your course immediately. All right, Pasta, I'm gonna go stump them.
Warning, 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 warning. Warning,
Nice, that got his attention.
Venom, go button 5 Victor. Outrigger, Venom's back on frequency. Civil aircraft has altered its course north. We are heading back to the SAR orbit.
Venom concur. Outrigger copy.
Wicked 2-1, 5 minutes out.
Dyer, the PJs are almost here. How you doing down there? Dyer, if you can hear me, just double-click your mic, buddy. Wicked, we've lost comms with Dyer 1. He may be in rougher shape than we anticipated. But Sandy's been watching him in his pod, and Dyer's LPUs are working as advertised.
Roger, Venom. We'll get him fixed up. 321 on scene. We've located the survivor, moving to get him on board our vessel. Outrigger from Wicked. Be advised, survivor appears to be in shock. We've got him on board in our rendering aid.
Roger, Wicked. Keep us updated.
Outrigger survivor has regained consciousness, but he's in pretty rough shape. We've got the leg stabilized, but he's got a compound fracture and has lost some blood. What's our ETA for the air evac? Over.
Roger, Wicked. Dolphin 1-5 is 5 mics out.
take good care of him.
Copy. Venom's departing to the southeast. We'll stay on outrigger ops for now. Venom 2, go button 1 uniform.
Damn, that was pretty intense. What do you think happened?
My bet, Dire 2 got distracted and screwed up his rejoin. As you know, man, it only takes a second of inattention out here. What we do is dangerous and unforgiving. Who knows, man? He could have had something going on in his personal life or some other distraction. All I can tell you is that this job ain't for the faint of heart, and there's no room for distractions in the cockpit.
True that, man. I'm just glad he's all right.
Concur, man. Now come the hours of interrogations and debriefs and paperwork. Poor bastards are at risk of losing their wings of gold, too. Don't envy them, man.
Outrigger Dolphin 1-5 is on scene, pulling into an orbit overhead wicket.
Outrigger copies.
Outrigger Dolphin 1-5 has a survivor on board. Patient is stable. We're Enrich Guam Memorial, ETA 25 miles.
Nice work, everyone.
Roger, Outrigger. Standing flight is RTB to Gulf Romeo Oscar at this time.
Outrigger from Wicked, do you have an ETA for our shithug airlift?
Wicked, Roger. Mustang flight was delayed at Rhoda because one of the birds had 2 bent cargo hooks. They're en route now, and they should be able to grab your ribs. If you guys are in a hurry to get back to the beach party at Titty, we recommend you steam east, and they can meet you halfway.
Wicked copies. We'll activate our DF transponder. Have them come up on TAC West when they've got an ETA to our posit.
Outrigger copies. Saddle.
All right, Pasta Pro, the OSC checklist. We'll need to do straight-in approaches today, so let's plan on a visual to 06. We'll let Tower decide who lands on the left and the right. Plan on separating from me when we get to a 10-mile final.
Venom 2, affirmative.
Bingo. Bingo.
All right, man, let's recage and put these jets on the deck. Let's grab ATIS and go button 4 approach.
004. Simultaneous ILS and visual approaches in use. Landing runway 06 right. Departing runway 06 left. Caution, large crane operating north ramp. Advise controller on initial contact that you have information Delta. Anderson Air Force Base.
Guam approach, Venom flight of 2 Vipers, 25 miles northwest of Anderson with information Delta. Request straight in approach for 2.
Roger, Venom. Radar contact. Proceed with 10-mile final for runway 06 right at Anderson. Expect a visual approach. Information Delta's current. Were you guys working that incident in Whiskey 518?
Approach firm, survivor is stable, and en route to Guam Memorial.
Great news, Venom. The other Hornet made it back to Anderson. Report a 10-mile final for runway 06.
Venom 1, copy. Guam approach, November 8 Echo Charlie, 35 miles north of Guam, looking for flight following back to the international airport.
November 8 Echo Charlie, we've been waiting for you to come up on frequency. I've got a phone number for you to call for possible pilot deviation. Let me know when you're ready to copy.
Approach 8 Echo Charlie, Roger, and why are you giving me a phone number to call? Is it about that pair of F-16s that scared the shit out of me up north? I have a right mind to file my own complaint against those chaps.
November 8 Echo Charlie, trust me when I say it's a conversation you'd much rather have over the phone than over VHF. Are you ready to copy that number?
Roger, approach, ready to copy. Whatever you say, chap.
November 8 Echo Charlie, when you land at the international airport, call me at 671-472-7399.
Approach 8 Echo Charlie, call me.
That 8 Echo Charlie dude has no SA whatsoever, does he?
Unfortunately, a lot of these civilian pilots have way more dollars than cents. Approach Venom at 10-mile final, runway 06, full stop.
Roger, Venom 1, proceed to a straight-in runway 06 left. Venom 2, make a 180 for sequence.
Altitude.
Venom 1, copy.
Altitude.
Venom 2's in a 180 for sequence.
Venom 1 is 6-mile final.
Roger, Venom 1, contact tower.
Tower, Venom 1, single F-16 final for runway 06 left. Gear down, full stop.
Venom 1, clear to land runway 06 left.
Venom 1, copy, clear to land on the left.
Venom 1, clear the active and contact ground.
Ground, Venom 1, clear the active, taxi to the southwest ramp.
Venom, make your next right on Charlie, taxi via Charlie, then Foxtrot.
Venom, copy. Venom off. Venom flights on the deck, taxi to park.
Roger, Venom. The stop will be meeting you at the aircraft to conduct a debrief. Save all your in-flight notes. You're going to go back to spot 75 and 76.
Roger, ops. Venom copies. All right, Chief. We cheated death again. Jet is code 1.
Roger that, sir. Glad you're back in one piece. There's a parade of people waiting to talk to you out here. Hope to catch you at the bowling alley later.
You bet, Chief. After all the paperwork, I'm going to need a cold one.